Hi everyone, and welcome to a pickups video. I haven't been doing many lately, but I finally accumulated enough games to warrant a pickups video. Now before I do the intro and show you the pickups, I just want to reflect on something that almost came to fruition back in the 8-bit days, 8-bit stroke 16-bit crossover time, 1988 we're talking. And I was just thinking about it this morning, and I thought, you know what, if this had have happened, it'd have been an absolute game changer. And I just want to re-jog your memory, if you like, about the Konix console. And Konix at the time, they produced joysticks for the 8-bit systems, a cracking manufacturer of joysticks, and the Konix Speed King joystick is my all-time favourite. It feels so snug in your hand and easy to use. It was always a joystick of choice for me. After, I suppose, the quick shot joysticks, which usually were the people's choice. Anyway, Konix, they decided to embark on creating their own home-based console. It was revolutionary, absolutely cutting edge. And if you've never heard of it before, I know some of you guys are younger. You came in after the 8-bit era. It was phenomenal. Originally it was intended as a peripheral, as a kind of luxury joystick. How it looked, it was more like a steering wheel, but the configurations, you could change it, you could configure it to handlebars, joystick yoke. They even come up with designs for a gaming chair which used hydraulics to move about, simulating arcade machines such as Outrun and Afterburner. The light gun, it had recoil action. The console, the steering wheel, it had haptic feedback, which back in those days was unheard of. So as you can imagine, it created a lot of hype. Sadly, they never pulled it off. It did get to prototype stages. It did get to being sent out to developers, software companies. Trouble was, well, there were lots of troubles with it. Mainly not enough RAM. That's what I've read up about, and a lot of the developers, it just had too many limitations. But it was going to be an all singing, all dancing, groundbreaking console. Basically what I'm saying to you is, imagine, and I know there's been lots of prototype consoles before, but if this had actually been released, marketed and sent out to the general public, it would have changed how we game today. Would there have been PlayStations? Would there have been Xboxes? It's crazy. Just one little idea or piece of hardware could have rewritten console history. And I know that's getting deep. You could say that about most other prototype consoles, such as the Nintendo PlayStation collaboration, just to name one. But yeah, I was just sat there this morning before recording this, thinking, crikey, that if only, I must admit, I would have loved to have seen it released. I really would. I mean, when I saw I believe in the magazine CMVG and stuff like that, I'm like, wow, that's incredible. And at the time, I didn't really know the goings on of what were happening behind the scenes. All I saw was, when is it coming out? When is it coming out? And it never did. If you're interested in that, go take a look. Obviously, there's a Wikipedia page about it. I've posted some screenshots. It's just fascinating. It was a console so way ahead of its time. Crikey, it would have been fantastic. It really would. Anyway, let's play the intro and get into the pickups.
Welcome to the Fantasy Zone. Get ready.
So, before I start the pickups, I just want to say a massive thank you to Danester with his live streams. He had Dave Perry on the other day, an iconic guy from TV shows, gaming TV shows. He does have his own channel on YouTube, and it's Games Animal TV. So go check him out, and it's interesting on his views about the old days. Very nostalgic. So go check him out. But yeah, mainly thank you to Danester. You know, I think the whole community itself has appreciated what Danester's done with his live video streams, having guests on. In these crazy times, it's brought even more people together. You know, the community, it's, in my opinion, it's so strong at the minute. Everybody's having chats and getting on with each other. You know, alright, we've got little sub-communities, if you like. You know, there's us TMB lads, there's others who've got their own WhatsApp app groups, and they're chatting, you know, in various other groups. Like I said, sub-communities. Really don't want to say cliques. We don't use that word in this community. Even though we've got our own little communities, when we get together at these events, everybody's always one community. And everybody's sharing the love for retro games, retro gaming. There's a lot of newcomers as well coming in lately, and they're joining in, and hopefully they're enjoying it. If you just sub-hunting, you'll be weeded out pretty soon. So if you are, jog on. You're not welcome in community. Simple as that. Anyway, let's get on to pickups. I haven't got that many, really. It's just that I've picked up some general games for my collections, but I also am building up another little collection of pickups to show you for the Zap 64 Top 100 Games collection, and that'll be the next video after this. I've just got to wait for a couple more games to come in. What I'm going to start with is, I'll start off with a couple of gaming related items which I've just picked up for me PS4, and the first one is this camo controller. If you don't know, I've been playing a lot of COD, Modern Warfare, online, and what happened was, Jo, she had a controller, and I was using Jo's spare one because the controller for my PS4 was faulty, and basically her blue one started going dodgy. I believe it's a thumbstick issue, because even when she's not touching any of the controls, the character starts spinning round, and it is a common fault. And it's the joystick it's the thumbstick unit, not this plastic thumbstick. It's underneath. Just needs a new one soldering on. I can't get to my soldering iron, so I can't repair it for her yet. I've also got a controller down here from a lad at work. It's doing exactly the same. He's passed it on to me for repair. Told him, you know, well, you can pass it on to me, but I can't do what with it just yet. But he's passed it on. He says, well, I've got spare when I'm using that, so just keep hold of it until you can. So, but yeah, so Jo obviously wanted the controller back that I was using, her spare controller. So I thought, well, I'm playing COD. I need to look the part. So I got the camo controller. You know, it's just the design, just the design that's different. The controller feels and uses exactly as a PS4 controller, normal PS4 controller does. But that's the first one. And then Joe bought an headset from Game. It's a lovely look. It's nice and chunky. It's nice and snug over her ears. I had one, and it was just like round foam pads. They didn't like cover my ears properly. So I says, you know what? I says, I'm going to buy one. And I bought myself a nice chunky headset from Game. And it's these. I love orange, mate. I love the orange colour. So I bought that. Obviously, it's got the microphone. But they're nice and chunky. Those sit snugly over my head. Fantastic. But yeah, purely for COD. And the podcast. I've started using these on the podcast. So they're lovely. I'm really pleased with them. They just block out the sound, exterior sound out more than the other ones. Because they, like I said, they didn't fit snugly over my ears. But they are Geotech. They weren't expensive. They're just chunkier and feel better on my head. So let's get on to the games. Start with the Firebird pickups. As I've said before, the Firebird collection has really slowed down because I'm just finding it a lot harder to find the games that are left to finish my collection, even though there's still quite a lot. But the first one that I've picked up, and this is in beautiful condition, and it's Prodigy. Baby Bedlam in this blockbusting breakout bid. That's all it says about it. It's an isometric kind of game, platforming game, with it being Firebird budget range. Obviously it's probably not going to be as good as something like Alienate or Sweevo's World or Head Over Heels, that kind of thing. But even so, it's probably a decent title. $1.99, that's what you'd have paid back in the day. What did I pay in today's money? About £5. It went up a little bit higher. Now then, let me get this straight. We're up at $8.99 and I offered £6, something like that. He rejected the offer and I didn't bother with a counter offer. Anyway, he did actually come back to me and proposed $6.99, and that was with postage paid. So yeah, I took it. Like I said, I'm running out of games now for Firebird because they're just not coming up. The other games must be a lot rarer, and so yeah, I thought no, I'm not going to miss on that. Not 99p more than what I offered, £2 less than the original price. That's Prodigy. It's in the distinct Firebird labels. Weirdly enough, these never actually show they're not really the budget range labels, if you know, it's just Firebird. It's only on the box cover that you've got that silver $1.99 range. They'll have had a generic template for labels, and rather than, I suppose, waste time or spend more money on creating a new label, they'll just keep the Firebird one. Anyway, that's the first one. The next one, again another one in beautiful condition, really pleased with these two purchases, is Beam Rider. Beam Rider was $4.99, so that's not a bad price really. To be honest, I'm only going off the screenshots, it looks kind of Tron-like. If I can see this. Ride those beams and make it through the Matrix alive. And that's all we've got. That's all we've got to tell us what the game is about. As always, if I can find them, I'll post some video on this screen there. But that's Beam Rider. Like I said, these are in absolutely gorgeous condition. It's not often you get old games like these in cassettes, as casings as good as this. Both of them are absolutely mint. Anyway, we're staying on the Commodore 64. As many of you know, I love the old Sega Super Scaler games, Outrun, Afterburner, Space Harrier, and Power Drift. Absolutely love that game. I always remember the big movable cabinet. In fact, it was more, I'd say it was more extreme than Outrun and Afterburner. I think the car moves side to side and up and down a lot more than the other cabinets. So I managed to get Power Drift in the original box. This wasn't expensive at all. This was £3.50 with postage. It was an auction and I didn't expect it to go for that low, but it did. Got the cassette. We've got the manual inside, albeit in black and white. But I love Power Drift. Love the game. The Commodore 64 version wasn't too bad a conversion, in all honesty, given the limitations of the computer. It only had one soundtrack from the game for all the levels, but it was a really good track. I may even try and find that track and play it on the jukebox down below. But yeah, that's Power Drift. And I think I did mention in one of the podcasts whether this could be classed as a kart racer. Let us know your thoughts. What do you think? I think it is. Purely on the physics of the game, that the car stays static and the track moves around rather than the car. I think, anyway. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on that. That's Power Drift on Commodore 64. The next pickup I did, it was like a small bundle for the Commodore 64. There was just one title I wanted out of it because it's an Hit Squad. It's an Hit Squad title for my collection, Hit Squad collection. And the title in question is They Sold 1 Million Free. And I have bought another one, and that's on its way. Just didn't come in time for this video. The games on this one: 4 #1 blockbusters, and we've got Fighter Pilot, Kung Fu Master, Rambo, and Ghostbusters. All really good games, to be fair. Kung Fu Master is especially a cracking title on the Commodore. Ghostbusters is as well. It's a really good game. Rambo and Fighter Pilot is a great game as well. It is complete. We've got the 2 cassettes. Rambo and Kung Fu Master on one, Fighter Pilot and Ghostbusters on the other. We've got the usual as in these, as it was back in these days, a really large instruction manual. Saying that, it's got 4 games to tell you how to play. So yeah, that's the They Sold 1 Million Free. Now there is just 3 of these in the collection. The other one, now I think the other one I've bought is They Sold 1 Million. They Sold 1 Million 2 is a little bit more expensive. At least it was at the time of looking for it. But yeah, that's good to have. Like I say, it's part of the Hit Squad collection. So, but with that bundle, I got these 2. Now I already own these 2. One is Enduro Racer on Hit Squad label. The other is On-Field Football on the Firebird budget range. This one's not in the correct box anyway, so it should be clear. But yeah, I already own Enduro Racer. Anybody wants these, let me know. If not, then I'm going to take these cases, throw the insides away probably, because the cases are in good condition. So they'll go as spares. I got them two, and I got this. This is a really good golf game if you like your golf games. And the Commodore 64 translated very well onto that. I mean, I don't like golf in real life, but I love a good game on the computer systems. Was it the Mega Drive? Did the Mega Drive have a version? Or it did have some kind of Jack Nicklaus golf, something like that anyway. Because I used to play it with one of my mates and his dad. We used to have hours on it. Oh, is it PGA maybe? I can't remember, but yeah. This did get a Zap Gold Medal Award. Pro Golf Simulator by Bruce and Roger Carver. Welcome to the exciting world of professional golf with leaderboard. With amazingly realistic 3D animation, golfers will face multiple 18-hole golf courses that demand strategy, total concentration and control to come in under par. And they're right, the player animation were really smooth for a Commodore game. The courses, well, if you like, fairly basic, you know, they serve the purpose. I mean, what else can you have for a golf game? You know, there's only the fairway and the rough and a few trees. But yeah, it is a really good game. It is a really good golf game for the Commodore 64. And that's that one. And then I also got this with the bundle. This is gold, silver and bronze. The ultimate compilation of the greatest sporting events ever produced for the own computer. Compete against the computer, all your friends, and achieve a place amongst the immortals in 23 captivating events, each one a game in itself. So it's basically Summer Games 1, Summer Games 2 and Winter Games all bundled together. By Epix US Gold. The box sadly is a little bit ripped there, it's fraying at the edges, but even so, we're still complete. Just get it back in. This cassette don't seem to want to stay in there. Get in. So there you have it. 2 cassettes and the instruction manual, all in this hard plastic box. Like I said, it's a shame about that. I have looked at possibly gluing it down at the edges, but I don't know, I might just leave it. Summer Games 2 and Winter Games are joystick wagglers. They're joystick destroyers. What have we got? So we've got figure skating, bobsled, triple jump, rowing, hot dog, snowboarding tricks, 4x4 100 metres relay, ski jump, free skating, freestyle relay, swimming, biathlon, show jumping, speed skating, canoeing, pole vault, 100 metres freestyle swimming, high jump, cycling, fencing, javelin, diving, gymnastics, 100 metres dash and skeet shooting. All these 3 games were great titles. There wasn't a bad one among them, and to be honest, Epix were quite famous for doing these kind of sporting events. I think they did California Games as well. They were really quality titles, and like I said, although they were button mashers, joystick wigglers, they're great fun. Really were great fun. That's that one. So lastly, on to the PS2, and I've been working my way alphabetically again. The numerics, I think I've mentioned it before, I think I'm only missing 2 titles, numerics and symbols. That's 10,000 Bullets and Dot Hack Quarantine. I could kick myself actually, because I've really missed out on a decent price for Dot Hack Quarantine. There's many times when I could have got it for about £25 and I've just missed out with bidding, and now the price has rocketed. It's very rare I'm finding one under £60, to be honest. So kind of thrown the spanner in the works a little bit with finishing off the numerics and symbols. Same with 10,000 bullets. It's about £50. You know, no pun intended, do I bite the bullet and just fork it out, or am I being too optimistic in hoping that maybe prices are going to come down a little bit when lockdown's over? I just feel that maybe, you know, eBay is at the moment just the only outlet that we've got. There is CAX, but I won't buy online from them. I certainly won't pay you know, a decent price and risk the game coming back with no manual or in crappy condition. I'm not going to do it. So yeah, I don't know what to do. But anyway, I've gone on to A's. I've moved on to A's for now. And the first one, quite a decent looking title actually, very cartoon looking, and it's Alien Hominid. It's, like I said, very cartoony looking, looks very busy. Never heard of this game before. Like I said, it's only because I've looked on the full PS2 list, come to A, and then worked my way down past the ones I've already got, and then I've come to this one, Alien Hominid. He's been shot at, shot down, stolen from and probed. It's time to get even. No idea. But it looks really good. Busy game. Zoo Digital Publishing. It's just complete. Maybe Eddie can shed some light on this, he knows his game. This game did cost me £10 and 83 pence with postage. It was just simply on a bike now, so I thought I'll snap that up. I don't know if it is a bargain or not. I didn't really look at the other prices, to be honest. I just thought this looks a decent price for that game. Anyway, that is Alien Hominid. I don't know even how to say it. So next we've got AC/DC Live, part of the Rock Band series. Start a band and rock the world. And as you can imagine, we've got some decent titles in there. Thunderstruck, Shoot to Thrill, Back in Black, Hell Ain't a Bad Place to Be, among others. I've never played the Rock Band series. In fact, I've only played Guitar Hero earlier on in the year when we went to the arcade club at Leeds. It was on my birthday actually, and that was the first time I ever played a Guitar Hero, and I played it badly. David Retro Games played badly, played better than me, so not that bad, David. But yeah, it is complete, albeit a little sticker on the manual, it says 1277 on there. I haven't tried getting that off yet. Don't know if I'll be successful in that. Yeah, that'll come off easy enough, so that's fine. But yeah, that's AC/DC Live, Rock Band by Hominid Games, MTV Games. And then lastly, the creme de la creme of the bunch, if you like. And I got this pretty cheap, probably on point really, but the main reason I got this, other than it being in the A section, I think I did bypass a few other titles actually to get to this one, because it's a Phoenix title and it's air raid free. Obviously that's one of my subsets, the Phoenix titles, Phoenix games on the PS2. Can you be the hero high up in the sky? Air raid free offers you the unique chance to become a heroic jet fighter pilot with numerous missions all over the world. that will stunt even the most experienced gamers. The screenshots look good, but with it being Phoenix, we know it's going to be naff. it's going to be shite. It's complete. As in typical Phoenix fashion, the disc is in black and white. The manual is in colour. But yeah, that was the last pickup. Now this only cost me £5.49 including postage. And it were to buy it now, yeah, £5.49, that included postage, air raid free. I doubt it's going to be one of the rarer titles. Again, Eddie will know better than me. But yeah, I mean, it looks like an afterburner type game from behind the plane. That's what it looks like to me. And 15 levels and continuous changing of the opposition strategy, weapons and appearance. I mean, the blurb makes it sound amazing. I don't know if Eddie's had a go at this. Let's see, but like I said, from the screenshots, probably the video when I find some video of it, probably more like an afterburner kind of game. Well, that's that. That's Air Raid Free by Phoenix Games on the PS2. And that is it for the general pickups. I do have some more coming, but only a couple of general titles. Won't be enough to do another pickups video, but I do have a little bundle, like I said earlier, for the Zap 64 Top 100 Games collection. I've placed them out of the way over there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games here, and I do believe I've got another 2 or 3 due in. So once I get them in, I'll do another video and we'll tick a few more boxes from the list. All that leaves me to say is hope you've enjoyed watching it. It's been a while, hasn't it? It has been a while. I think throughout this lockup period, I think this will only be the second video. If anybody is wondering about the community news, I'm well, not a little bit, I'm well behind with it, and I do apologise. I do like to have regular features in it, and I have missed, like the YouTuber of the month, I have missed out on last month's. And I do apologise for that, for anybody who were involved in that. I am thinking of changing the format a little with it. And the reason being, and I've told some people, there is a lot of work involved in editing it. You may not think so, but trust me, there is. All those titles, you know, they've all got to be put in individually. Can be a bit tedious, I must admit, it can be a bit tedious. So I'm trying to think of a way of simplifying it a little bit, and just to make it easier. I do have a couple of other ideas in the pipeline, mainly to do with my lockup. You see, the trouble is, like most of you guys, you've got your collections in your room that you're recording, in your home, and I haven't. It's at my lockup, and at the moment we're in lockdown and I just ain't risk going. Some people have said, you know, just go to your lockup, get out of the way, which I would be. I wouldn't be around anybody, but I know my luck, and I'd probably get pulled by the police. And where you going? I'm off to my lockup. Get home. Here's a nice £60 fine while you're at it. I don't know. I'm a coward. I'm a coward, and I daren't do it. I daren't risk it. So, but yeah, hopefully tomorrow, as I'm recording this tomorrow, when Boris Johnson may be easing lockdown rules a little, so maybe I can get to my lockup, legally, and do something. Anyway, I've got to the point where I'm rambling as I normally do, and I think it's time to say thank you for watching, and until next time, see you later. Bye.